Welcome back. Now then, he's one of our most accomplished and best-loved actors. Damian Lewis has played a variety of roles, from Tony Blair to Jeffrey Archer.
And he starred in homegrown dramas such as The Forsyte Butts.
Oh, I don't remember seeing that one.
No?
I
He was
missed that.
awfully good. He also did The Forsyte Saga.
Oh, I know, I saw that one.
Yes, and he mixed with the Hollywood elite in Band of Brothers. Now, for his latest role, he swaps Los Angeles for a rural Welsh bakery.
It's my wife, you see. She's squeezing the life out of me.
Right, I am listening.
It's just that sometimes I want to do the same to her, but I can't. It's a mental thing. And I was hoping you might be able to, do something for me. You know. Bake her a cake.
Bake her a cake? You want me to bake your wife a cake? What kind of cake?
Chocolate?
Of course I can bake her a cake.
Really?
Cakes are what I do.
So it's true. You are the baker.
Yes, I am.
Brilliant.
But it is still a case of mistaken identity.
It is.
What's going on there?
Well, my brother Gareth sort of premised the
In real life?
In real life. My real brother Gareth, yes, premised the idea on what it was like living in the countryside rather than big city. We have a house in Wales. We were just talking about our sort of half Welshness before we went on air, and he just decided that actually things weren't that much more idyllic and beautiful in small country villages than they were in the big cities. So the baker, who was previously a hitman, ends up in this small village and finds out that, in fact, everyone in the village wants someone else in the village dead.
So he's a guy... He's Milo, isn't he?
He's Milo, the hitman. He becomes the baker as a foil. You know,
so an assassin who's
right.
got disillusioned, decided, right,
that's
I
right.
don't want
He's
to
a
do this
sensitive
anymore.
assassin.
Yeah.
Doesn't want to kill people anymore. Thinks
Yeah.
it's not a very good thing to do. So he runs away, and he ends up being handed the keys to a small cottage in a Welsh village by Michael Gambon's character. Leo's a sort of avuncular character. Finds out that it's a disused bakery and thinks, oh, I'd better be the baker then in order to maintain my cover. The village accept him as their baker, but learn of his past at the same time. And then think that when he offers to make a chocolate cake for someone, it's like ordering, you know, a meat feast, you know, in a mafia movie, which means basically you chop someone's legs off and, you know, stick them in the bottom of the river.
Yeah.
The baker is your undercover name as the hitman.
That's right, but nobody actually is the baker, and he starts
yes.
to love being the village baker, but of course he's terrible at it. And he falls in love with the local vet, the lovely Kate Ashfield, and he thinks, well, this could be the life for me. And just as he thinks he's hung up his boots and put away his past, it comes back to haunt him, because all the villagers, well, they don't want his cream pies. They want him to, you know, knock someone off.
It's such a great idea.
And it's a film that's out in theatrical release at the moment in cinemas around the country.
Right.
But you can also get it on DVD.
DVD
on Monday, or is it now?
Next week,
Next week,
coming,
yes.
That's right.
So written by your brother, directed by your brother, co-produced by you and your brother.
That's right.
So you're quite close to your brother.
Yeah, we were.
Yes.
What's it like to work? Because he's your little brother too.
He's my little brother. He's taller and hairier than I am, but he's, yes, he's my little brother. As he was fond to point out when we were smaller, he's 23 months younger than me, not 2 years younger than me. So that's very important if you ever meet him.
This is Gareth, of course.
This is Gareth, yeah. No, we're one half of a production company, Picture Farm Limited. Adrian Sturgis and Rupert Wyatt are our partners. And Adrian and myself produced this, The Baker, which Gareth wrote and directed, and it was our first film for Picture Farm.
Great.
And it was his first film too. Yeah.
You've got the second one now, The Escapist.
We have The Escapist, which I just mentioned, Rupert Wyatt. He wrote and directed, and that was his first film, which Adrian also produced for Picture Farm within Picture Farm.
Are you in The Escapist?
I'm in The Escapist.
So what's that about?
The Escapist is a very different film about a prison break with the lovely Brian Cox and Joe Fiennes and Say George, Steve McIntosh. Dominic's got a fantastic cast, and it's a prison break with a twist. Just to cover it.
They're breaking out of a bakery.
They're breaking out of a bakery.
Working with your family can be notoriously difficult. So how were the days on set with your brother as director?
Well,
was he
I
a
think
sensitive director? Was he thoughtful to you as
He
an
was
artist?
a very sensitive young boy. It was mightily tough. No, I think we're quite careful of one another's, quite watchful of one another's moods. So we didn't really. I think we both repress quite a lot of anger. If it's going, you sort of might watch someone just sort of leave set, and then you might hear, you know, crash bang wallop, in the distance, you know, sort of dealt with quietly, sort of away from the thing. But
the half-naked sex scenes then?
Well, comedy sex scenes, you know, it was fun to do. It was fun to do until we had to reshoot a bit of it because we realised it hadn't worked, and we'd got ourselves all dried off and cleaned, and then actually just stood there in the cold light of day while, you know, poor props people just came up and just sort of smeared custard on us.
A little bit of it going on there. Blimey.
Oh,
So
that was it.
That was
it, I'm afraid. Yes, yes.
Couldn't possibly show no because that would spoil it.
It's before 1 o'clock.
Now, the next thing, of course, is Life, which has been running in the US. It's a new series, and it's coming over here, I think, for ITV3.
Yes, I'm not sure. Yes, it might be an ITV1, ITV3 combo, or an ITV3, then an ITV1, not sure. But in the autumn, I think, is the idea.
Fantastic.
Because that was hit by the writer's strike, wasn't it?
Yeah, we got through the first half of the first season, and we're going back to film the second season in May. So we've got a second season, which is a good endorsement of the programme. So we're all delighted about that, and that's a cop show with a twist. Everything's got a twist.
Yeah, of course, of course. The twist as well in your family lives is that you did play Tony Blair in Confessions of a Diary Secretary.
That's right.
The John Prescott thing.
Yeah.
And your wife in real life, Helen McCrory,
Yes.
has played Sherry Blair. She was
Yes.
Sherry Blair in the Queen film.
No, but no one's ever heard of the Queen.
I don't know if you saw or heard about that. It was a little release, wasn't
know. Yeah, she,
Helen something or other. She's very, very good. Newcomer.
Yeah,
I keep saying to her, and I play Tony Blair.
Exactly.
Yes,
But she's about to play a character in the new Harry Potters.
she is. She's about to play Narcissa, who is Bellatrix Lestrange's sister. And she starts filming this week, in fact. So it's
Wow.
very exciting. She's extremely excited.
Wow.
She's been on all the blogs looking at
I'll
just
bet.
how much more excited everyone else is.
Of course.
Listen, thank you very much
Thank
for coming
you,
in today,
Damian.
Damian.
Lovely to
It's
see you.
lovely to see you.
nice to
And
see you.
and The Baker, of course, theatrical release and DVD as well coming up soon. And
Yeah.
thank you. Lovely to see you.
Thank you.
Now, on tomorrow's show, he's the hottest doctor at Holby General. Casualties consultant Harry